All right, let's dive in. Today we're unpacking one of Silicon Valley's most legendary stories, the origin of PayPal. We're going to look at how a small, scrappy group of founders went on to create a tech dynasty that literally reshaped our digital lives.
But first, let me start with a question for you. What could an electric car company, the world's biggest video platform, and a professional networking site possibly have in common? Well, the answer, believe it or not, is a single group of people. And their story all starts with disrupting something we all use every single day: money. So, to really get PayPal, you have to understand the world it was born into. The late 90s, it was this moment of massive change in finance, kind of like a big bang driven by tech that was just starting to tear down a system that had been around for centuries.
Yeah, check this out. This slide really breaks down the before and after. We went from this old world dominated by big physical banks, the one-stop shops for everything, to this brand new digital landscape. All these nimble, tech-driven platforms came in and basically broke banking apart into all these separate services you could get right from your computer. And this wasn't just some small update. It was a total revolution. And companies like PayPal, they weren't just watching this happen. They were leading the charge, fundamentally changing how we all send, spend, and think about our money.
And that right there brings us to the heart of our story. Because the PayPal we all know and use today, well, it wasn't the result of some grand master plan. In a lot of ways, it was pretty much an accidental revolution.
So here's how it all went down. Back in '98, you have this company called Confinity, started by Peter Thiel and Max Levchin. Their big idea was making payments work on Palm Pilots. Meanwhile, at the exact same time, a guy named Elon Musk starts X.com, which is basically an online bank. These two rivals were on a total collision course, and boom, in March of 2000, they merged.
But here's the thing. Their first big idea had a massive problem. As founder Peter Thiel himself said, trying to beam money between Palm Pilots was clumsy, and even if it worked perfectly, how many people actually had a Palm Pilot? The market was just tiny.
Board member Reid Hoffman, who, would later go on to found LinkedIn, he put it even more bluntly. He saw right away that the idea was a complete dead end. He famously told the team, "You're hosed. It's over on this idea." Talk about a moment of crisis.
But here's where the genius comes in. Instead of giving up, they pivoted. The team just looked at the data and saw this simple but totally profound trend. The number of people using email was absolutely exploding. It was growing way faster than the niche little market for Palm Pilots. So they realized, hey, we can attach payments to something almost everyone is using. And that one strategic shift from a tiny pond to a massive ocean is what put them on the path to becoming a giant.
But you see, the product was only half the story. The other half was the team, a group that would become so legendary they actually earned a nickname, the PayPal Mafia. And here they are. This is that iconic photo from Fortune magazine that really just cemented their image. Yeah, they looked the part, but their influence wouldn't come from intimidation. It would come from pure innovation. So, what is the PayPal Mafia? It's the name given to this incredible group of early employees and founders who, after they left PayPal, went on to create a staggering number of other game-changing companies. And just look at this roster. It's like the all-star team of Silicon Valley before they were the all-stars. You've got the founders like Thiel, Musk, and Levchin. You've got executives like Reid Hoffman and David Sacks. And then you've got this deep bench of engineers and designers, like the guys who would go on to create YouTube and Yelp. It's just an unbelievable concentration of talent in one place. And that talent, it didn't just disappear after PayPal was sold to eBay. Oh no, it exploded, creating what is basically a modern Silicon Valley dynasty. Let's see how. Okay, this is the big reveal. Remember that question from the beginning? This table right here is the answer. Elon Musk goes on to found SpaceX and lead Tesla. Reid Hoffman creates LinkedIn. 3 former employees get together and build YouTube. 2 others start Yelp. Thiel founds Palantir. Sacks creates Yammer. Levchin starts Affirm. The list is just, it's mind-blowing when you see it all laid out like this. So you got to be asking, why them, right? How did one company produce so many ridiculously successful founders? Well, it came down to this unique culture that was forged in the fires of a startup. They were constantly fighting battles, regulatory hurdles, technical glitches, which forced them to rely on each other. And that built this intense trust and the shared sense of purpose that gave them both the confidence and the network to go out and do it all again.
And that influence is still rippling out today, sometimes in ways you wouldn't even notice. It's not always about flashy new startups. This slide actually shows a little detail from a 2016 corporate filing. PayPal's senior vice president at the time, Patrick Dupuis, was appointed to the board of Wipro, which is a massive global IT company. It's just a little testament to how deep and lasting that network's impact really is.
Okay, so what about the company that started it all? After all this, PayPal is now writing its next chapter, and in a way, it's kind of like they're going back to the future.
The company's mission has gotten, well, way bigger. It's not just about making online payments a little bit easier anymore. The goal now is to revolutionize commerce on a global scale.
And a huge piece of this new vision is a product they're calling Fastlane. Imagine buying something online without ever having to type in your name, your address, or your credit card number again. That's the whole idea behind Fastlane, a one-click checkout for guests that just removes all the annoying friction from the buying process.
And Fastlane is just one piece of a much bigger strategy. They're using AI to make the entire checkout process smarter and faster. For the sellers, they're rolling out smart receipts, which gives them incredibly valuable data on exactly what's selling. And for us, the customers, there's a new offers platform that can deliver personalized discounts right when we're most likely to buy.
So what they're doing is they're going back to their roots, making checkout awesome. But now they have this secret weapon, the massive amount of data from their 426 million accounts. It lets them personalize the shopping experience in a way that just wasn't even possible back in the early days.
Which brings us to our final thought. The PayPal Mafia was such a unique product of a specific time and place, and it really makes you wonder, in today's tech world with companies working on AI, biotech, climate change, where is the next legendary team being forged? What company out there right now is going to give us the next PayPal Mafia?